You're not raising your hand. You never tried it then. Come on, all of us. All of us have tried change, and it's not easy. And so what ends up happening is we commit to change. We have this desire, but you always get to a point in your life in the change process, and it's what I want to talk about this weekend. You get to a point in the change process where you begin to feel stuck. And you begin to set out, and you take some steps, and you go a little forward, and you look over the things that still have to be done, and it seems like you're kind of stuck in place. And it seems like nothing is really changing, nothing is really happening.
New text from Brianna Marie.
And you prayed a lot about it, but you feel still stuck here, and you praised and you shouted to the glory of God, but you're still stuck here, and you tried to get other people involved, but you're still stuck here. And you look over it, and it seems that it's going to be a waste of time because the amount of energy you have to put in to be the very change that you feel needs to be changed is merely worthless because it's impossible to do. And you feel stuck. And it's hard to be trapped. And I'm not talking about trapped in a situation. There's times when you get trapped in habits. And you become so stuck in, you wonder if you can ever break free from. And it's in those situations that I think many times we just live in defeat. But I have a word for you, and I really feel this is a word that God's brought up on my heart. I want you to turn in here and say, neighbor, I know it's hard, but God wants you to know it's time to move on. Touch your other neighbor and say, it's time to move on. Touch somebody again and say, it's time to move on. You've been stuck here too long. Come on, you've been stuck here too long. You've been trapped here too long. Somebody shout, it's time to move on. Time to move on. So I want you to turn, if you have your Bible, turn to Exodus chapter 13, because this is where we're going to pick up our story. And what we learned last week is that in order for God to bring the change to your life, He can't just change the problems, because if He merely takes you out of the problem that you're in, the problem is not the problem. The problem is the patterns that keep you walking into the very problems that you get yourself in. So if God wants to bring change to your life, He's not going to take you out of the problem. He's going to begin to address the patterns that get you into the problem. And if God can change the pattern, He will change the problem. And you've been going about the problem all wrong. You've been thinking the problem is him or her or that or it or whatever it is. But that's not the problem. The problem is the very pattern, the thought patterns, the behavior patterns, belief patterns that take you into that situation. And so if God wants to change you, He begins with the patterns that get you there in the first place. So how does God begin to address the patterns that keep getting you stuck in the problems that you're in? In Exodus chapter 13, God is moving His people and about to show up in incredible ways. And in Exodus 13, leading up to this, Moses had showed up to Pharaoh.